way I can heal anybody is for me to meditate for 4 hours. That's how we can do it. So we have a choice. We can stay here for 4 hours and hang out while I regain my spells, or we can. What's the saying? Agmar can be limping his way inside the house. That's the choice we got.
I'm trying to see here what else I can do. I can't use my key yet because I'm not level 2. I say let's go. Let's do it. Let's just move forward.
Wait, no, I got you. I use lay on hands.
I'm sorry. Paladin, are you telling me this entire time you've had something to heal the man?
Look, it's complicated.
Okay. So you're gonna use lay on hands then.
And so I don't keep track of your hit points. That's all up to you guys. So yeah, go ahead and fix or adjust your hit points as they need to be adjusted.
As all this is going on, I'm walking because I'm done waiting. So I'm walking through this gate, leaving y'all back there to heal him.
Okay, so you walk through the gate. As soon as you pass through the gate and basically step foot into what would be considered the front yard or the front lawn, Sam Adams, your spidey senses of undead start kind of going off the chart. The several pieces that you sensed that you couldn't see through the gate, but that you knew where they were because of your ability. These different pieces coalesce and they kind of morph together and squish into one object. Brodo, all that you see is kind of a rustling in the grass up in front of you.
Okay.
And this is at night, correct?
It's still like afternoon, evening. It's so overcast, it's kind of tough to tell. So it's bright enough you can see. I mean, you all have dark vision anyway.
Well, I mean, I have the torch as well still.
Yeah, he does. Okay.
Yeah.
Would I be able to just let him know?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We're still in range of.
Let me know what? I'm sorry, you haven't told me anything. Or
Nothing. I let him know nothing.
So I see this rustling and a bustling. Like, not how far away is it from me?
It is, so from the fence to the foot of the stairs is about 30 feet. So this would have been about 25 feet, about 25 feet in front of you.
I would like to take one of my arrows and light the arrow with the torch and shoot out there and hopefully, try and hit it. If I don't, at least hopefully this will let me see what it is in case it's more of these like vine thingies.
Sure. So go ahead and roll a d20 twice. You're going to get disadvantage because you can't see him. You just have a kind of a general guess of where he's at. So you're going to roll twice and take the lower roll.
9, 13.
Okay, so take the 9 and add your modifiers.
9 plus 3.
So that is a miss.
Wow.
But you actually don't know that. So you fire off into the grass, and it lands in the grass. And the resulting thud, you would guess that you missed, but you don't know for sure.
Does the fire light anything at all?
For right now, no. It landed into the grass, and kind of disappeared from your view. And I should clarify, the grass here is almost waist high. This place has not been kept. It has not been maintained at all. So the grass is just overgrown, just like the gates and the fence.
Oh, really? Oh, snap. Then at that point, I could have just lit the grass on fire. But oh well.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Rest of the group, what do you do?
Okay, so
To be clear, at this point, Sam Adams knows that the pieces that he sensed came together, and Brodo saw rustling in the grass. The other two don't know anything.
But the what's
I am next to the Agmar and Varys, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I believe the three of you are still at the fence.
Okay,
I guess because you saw Brodo fire a flaming arrow off into the grass.
Are you a little jumpy, Brodo?
Varys.
No, I thought I saw something. You know, I don't know what's out there. So.
Wait, is Brodo next to us, or is he like?
No,
Brodo
he yelled that.
Oh, okay.
Varys yelled that at Brodo.
So, Agmar and Varys, I go, I don't know what Brodo is doing, but he missed that. There's some things going on and coming together over there. Watch out, but I think we should follow him.
Tell the little fool to light it ablaze.
Huh?
To tell the little fool to light the ground ablaze.
I mean, I'll sure, why not? I take my torch.
No, well, you don't know that. You don't know that. I'm talking. I'm.
Oh, you're telling him. No one told me.
I'm on one knee. No, I'm on one. So he just said that to us, right?
Okay,
Varys had to yell at you so you could hear him because you're farther out ahead. So
Gotcha.
I'm down on one knee right now, and Sam just told us that. Sam,
I'm not telling that halfling a thing.
All right. So, yeah.
Sorry, do I hear the door being a little flubbery?
Is there nothing that you can do, Druid?
Well, I still have no idea what's out there. All I see, right, is Brodo shooting in the grass. And then Sam's telling me that there's something out there. There's something.
Exactly.
Okay, so I can't really do anything. I can't.
Can I tell what's going on? Like what it is, or no? I just can tell that it's coming together somehow.
You sense that there's some undead presence that was several smaller parts that just came together and is now one undead presence.
But we don't visibly see it.
You guys don't see or sense
No, but
anything.
I know where it's at. That's part of that thing. Like I know
Correct.
exactly where
Correct.
it's at.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's still, I should say it's you're the only one who knows this, but it's still at the foot of the stairs. I'm kind of in the middle of where all the pieces were spread out.
Okay. So it's at the foot of the stairs.
Okay.
It's something. It's undead. I don't know how big it is. I don't know what it wants.
Mhm.
But before I sensed it. It was in pieces. It was all over the place, and it's no longer that. It's one now. Don't know. We
Okay.
should approach cautiously.
Approach cautiously. Okay. I mean, I could try attacking it with a magic stone and see what happens, but we can give that a shot. Unless someone else has any
I
idea.
feel like we should get closer to see it to get a better vantage.
So at this point, I'm screaming back there for both of them to get off of their butts and carry Agmar over here.
So I currently.
They're just
Agmar's good.
so slow.
No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm good. I'm just kind of, I'm still kind of collecting myself. I'm getting up. I still have the second lit torch in my hand.
Mhm.
So I am throwing my torch in that direction.
Sure. Okay, so
He throws it. He does his action. While the torch is midair, I go, "You fool!
Oh,
What are you doing?"
okay.
I just told you it was undead. What do you? It's not a plant thing that was
Regardless
growing.
of whether or not it's
Yeah.
undead,
Why not?
like this clears. If anything, this lights up the place. This clears the grass. We should wait for all the grass to burn away anyway, so we can see what's clearly ahead of us.
Are you yelling this? Are you yelling this? Because you can't hear me talking right now. So
This is
I thought
how.
y'all are closer to me now. I don't know.
this is a non-Brodo conversation.
Yeah, you're way ahead. So you're like 15 feet out, right? So let's say you're halfway from where we're at.
This
to the
halfling has
stairs.
amazing ears. Oh my god.
All right.
okay, so we do need to go ahead and take care of this action real quick.
Okay.
So Agmar, you throw your torch, and I'm not going to have you roll, and I'll tell you why. You throw the torch, and it lands somewhere in the grass near the foot of the stairs, and it sits there kind of near the top because it doesn't weigh a whole lot, but it sits there kind of near the top burning. However, the grass does not light. The grass does not catch fire.
What
Oh,
is
wow,
the
this
sorcery?
entire time, and this grass is like some mist.
We all notice this though, right? Because the torch goes over Brodo's head, and he sees it, and he's tracking it. So we all see that this grass is not burning. Correct?
Yeah, this is something that you guys will all have noticed. And the
at play here, gentlemen.
and the last thing, or the last action I want to get is Varys.
Well, I really don't know what to do because that grass isn't burning. That's freaking me out. As like a druid, I would expect the grass to burn. That's a very natural thing to happen, and it's not. So I'm kind of appalled by it.
That's good. That's good. Makes sense.
I'm sorry, the grass hurt your feelings, Druid.
So
Yeah,
as
it's starting to hurt.
are you feeling the burn?
Oh,
This is
copyright. Copyright.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, I'm good at this. Okay, so as these actions are going on, the grass kind of rustles, and whatever this thing is moves up, and as far as you can tell, charges at Brodo. The instant that Brodo, you can see the rest of the group, you'll see it after this action, because the thing that charges at Brodo is what looks to be an undead dog. I would say a medium-sized dog. It is mostly bone, like animated bones collected together, with bits of kind of rotting flesh and just nastiness kind of covering it, and sores and things oozing off of it, and maggots kind of falling every time it hops and jumps. It does leap at you and tries to bite you, and it misses. So it jumped at you, but because of how tall the grass is and because of how small you are, it clears kind of right over your head and lands behind you, and kind of rolls a couple of times in the grass.
So that, okay. Wait, I'm not in the grass though, so if it's behind me, then that means it's at a point in which the rest of the group can see it, correct?
So basically what happens, so you're at least a couple steps in past the fence, because that's when you were walking through the fence when you noticed the rustling. So when it jumped over, they saw this undead dog flying through the air over where you are, and then landing back in the grass, and then kind of the rustling as it gets a little closer to them and rolls.
How large in comparison to me?
It is almost it is your height, maybe a little taller, like Rottweiler size, and you're 3 feet, so I don't know, something like that.
So tell me how many actions this would take. I want to be able to get my rope and try and like lasso this dog and climb on its back.
Oh my god. Oh, this is so good. I'm so in. Please, one action. Please, one action.
Yeah, why not? Okay, it was a good idea. Just fine. So the way that I want to handle this, as follows. You already tried kind of lassoing and tying up the undead back in the graveyard. Yeah. So I'm going to say this is something that you enjoy doing. You are at your tiny little halfling heart. You're a rodeo person. You're like a rodeo halfling. So sure enough, you always have your rope at the ready. And I think from here on out, I'm not going to charge you an action to stow your weapon and take out rope. I think you just always have rope at the ready. It seems like something you enjoy doing.
Make sure.
I usually have it like on my person, like I have it around me. You know what I mean?
Somebody
like wrapped around my chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So yeah, no, that'll be one action. Because of course you have it pre-tied and configured in a lasso configuration, as you would. As anybody familiar with the rodeo would.
You gotta be ready. You
never know what'll come up. So, okay, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d20. This will be a dex roll to see if you can lasso the undead dog.
Oh, and jump on it. Remember, he's riding this thing.
Yep. I'm riding this thing. I roll a 10. That is plus dexterity.
Mm-hmm. Plus dexterity? Yeah.
10 plus 3. Proficiency wise, let me see. Please tell me that this actually works. But okay, yeah.
With a 13, that was good enough.
I got myself an undead horse.
I think in most other circumstances, this would be a lot more difficult. But considering you guys are very similar in size, it's easy enough for you to. Yeah. So. Of course, you lasso it around the neck, and it goes through kind of bones and things, and lassos around the vertebrae, because that's the only bit of bone that's there. That's the only content it can grip onto. So it lassos, hooks, and tightens on the vertebrae, and kind of tugs you. You start running, pull the length, and then as it's rolling through the grass and stands up, you jump on its back. I kind of want to roll to see how it reacts to this.
This is so good.
Okay, so it is going to try as a reaction. So this won't take its turn, but this is a reaction to that event. It's going to try and shake you.
Okay.
What's your armor class? It rolled a 12. What's
14.
your armor class? 14. So I'm gonna say it tries. It's dumb to use armor class, but I did. Who cares? It is not able to shake you off, and I mean it shouldn't be after all of that. So you are now on its back. That was your turn. So anything you want to do will have to wait for next round. But success. We're gonna take. Who's gonna go next?
Are we in
Be
combat?
me.
Are we in combat or no?
Yeah. This is technically combat. I'm just skipping initiative rolls because reasons.
You're using the marching order, right? So it'd be my turn.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to find that and I couldn't. So yes, Agmar, go for it.
Okay. So
I got myself a steed, y'all.
I don't even know what to say. Well, I'm in amazement, kind of seeing this halfling on this undead dog. I'm a bit disgusted. So I'm a bit disgusted simply because he's undead, and
Sure.
obviously
Very
we've been
disgusting.
dealing with we've been dealing with them for a while, and the halfling is a bit too comfortable on top of this thing. Like it's like
Agmar, come on, ride with me, man! Yeah!
so I want to just kind of stab the dog in its side and put an end to this.
Oh,
Sure.
no, not Jerry.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
There we go. You better not hit me in the process.
Oh my god, it's a 3. Plus
Um,
dexterity. There's a no. That's a no.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be plus dex. So it's a natural 3.
It's a natty 3 plus 3 dex, so that's 6.
Okay.
Efficiency.
So so you do miss the dog. Fortunately, you do also miss Brodo. They're both fine. But yeah, you didn't hit it. And it is still trying to buck Brodo off, and that's part of why it was so hard to hit.
Right.
And then up next we have
Somebody end this madness.
Sam
Sam Adams.
That's what I yell. Yeah, that's what I yell.
Sam
I say
Adams.
I don't like this one bit. It looks like that halfling
Let's go!
looks like that halfling is enjoying himself with this undead. And since me being a paladin, that's a no-no in my book. I feel like he likes the undead. So I go and I try to chop it in half. Like I wanna hit it behind where he's sitting so that it kind of splits in half and he goes face forward when it gets cut in half.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then, so I charge at it and I kind of chop it right in the spine behind where he's sitting on it.
Perfect.
Try to. Let's see if it works.
Sure.
So that is a 15 plus 4 plus that's a 21.
So that was a success. I'm sorry,
All y'all
Brodo.
needed to do was
I know you're-
I mean, I gotta roll
keep
for I gotta
on
roll for
walking.
damage.
I
so.
got this. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage. So 1d8. Oh, do I add anything? Strength?
Strength.
That's a 7.
So that is enough. That was a success. You do cut him in half.
But is he dead? But
So
is he dead? Even if you cut
I
him,
do another jump. I sprint towards him and I say, "You halfling playing with undead." And as I do that, I jump up and I slam my axe down right behind where Brodo is at, so it splits him in half, and Brodo goes face forward, and the other half of the undead dog kind of falls back.
The front half, because of the momentum, kind of stumbles and falters. The bones kind of separate. The parts that still have some rotting flesh on them stay together, but for the most part, it kind of just splatters across the ground. The back legs were still attached because of the vertebrae that was still back there, and they're kind of like twitching and kicking a little bit in the grass where they were left behind. And I'm sorry, Brodo. It's the first cut is the deepest, but
Oh my god.
Y'all don't know how to have fun. Like, I literally could have had an undead steed on my side to be able to kill more undead, but whatever.
Well, you didn't charm him. You
You didn't have it
got
on
on top of him.
Yeah.
I don't need to charm him. I just need to get him going in the right direction. Y'all don't know how to ride and stuff. Whatever.
What's your intelligence?
Whatever.
You know, it's a problem when your intelligence is smaller than your shoe size.
And you're a halfling.
And you're a halfling, yeah.
Wow.